The boy steps onto the dimly lit stage, barefoot, nervous, clutching his old, scratched guitar as though it's the only thing keeping him grounded. His small hands tremble, the faint stage lights reflecting off the worn wood of his instrument. The massive auditorium is silent, thousands of eyes fixed on this tiny figure standing alone in the spotlight. For a brief moment, he closes his eyes, taking in a slow, shaky breath. The judges exchange glances, half curious, half skeptical, unsure what to expect from this shy, fragile-looking kid. Then, he strums the first chord. A soft, trembling sound fills the room. His voice follows. On a dark desert highway. The words flow out, thin but pure, fragile yet hauntingly beautiful. The crowd leans forward as though pulled by invisible strings. Each lyric carries weight, emotion, and truth, like he's not just singing Hotel California, but living it. The pain in his voice tells a story of struggle, of dreams, of nights spent playing under dim streetlights, chasing a hope too big for his small frame. As he moves through the verses, the room transforms. The stage lights shimmer in warm gold, wrapping him in an almost angelic glow. The judges grow still, one covering her mouth in disbelief. His voice cracks slightly, but it's the kind of imperfection that makes the moment human, real, unforgettable. He reaches the chorus, eyes closed, singing with everything inside him. It's no longer just a performance, it's a confession. When the final note fades, the silence that follows is electric. The boy slowly opens his eyes, tears glistening. For a heartbeat, the world forgets to breathe. And in that fragile, beautiful stillness, a star is born. Glowing star. As the chorus builds, something inside the boy seems to awaken. The trembling in his hands fades, replaced by a fire burning deep within his chest. His once fragile voice begins to soar, stronger, braver, more alive with every note. Each strum of his guitar echoes through the hall like thunder rolling across an open sky. The song isn't just being sung anymore, it's happening. Every word, every breath, every chord feels charged with emotion, pain, hope, longing, all crashing together like a storm. The camera sweeps slowly across the audience. Faces glisten with tears. A woman in the front row clasps her hands over her heart. A man leans forward, unable to look away, his eyes wide with disbelief. Goosebumps ripple through the crowd as the boy's voice rises higher, breaking through the ceiling of expectation. Even the camera operators pause for a second, forgetting their work, caught in the raw power of the moment. The judges are silent, completely still, as if afraid to interrupt something sacred. Then, one of them, eyes wet, grips the edge of the table and whispers softly, almost to herself. He's feeling every word. It's not just a performance anymore. It's a soul unraveling in real time. The lights shimmer around him, catching the tears on high. He hits the last line, a trembling, soul-deep high note that cuts through the silence like light through glass. The sound hangs in the air, pure and delicate, shimmering with every ounce of feeling inside him. His small body trembles, but his voice doesn't falter. For a heartbeat, it feels as if time itself has stopped to listen. The last vibration of the guitar fades slowly, echoing through the hall like a prayer whispered into eternity. Then, silence. Not the kind of silence that asks for applause, but the kind that demands reverence. The audience doesn't dare to breathe. Every face is frozen, every heart caught somewhere between disbelief and awe. The boy stands there, shoulders rising and falling, chest heaving from the emotional storm he just poured out. His eyes glisten under the soft gold of the spotlight. A single tear slips down his cheek, tracing a slow path across his skin. It glitters as it falls, catching the light, a tiny reflection of everything he's just given. His fingers loosen on the guitar strings, the last chord fading into nothingness. The judges are still utterly motionless. One leans back, eyes wide, lips parted in shock. Another blinks rapidly, trying to process what just happened. The emotional judge presses a hand to her chest, whispering something under her breath, maybe a prayer, maybe just a stunned wow. The boy looks out at the audience, uncertain, as if asking, did I do enough? But he doesn't realize he's already done more than enough. He's moved an entire room of strangers to silence. And in that still, golden moment, before the applause, before the tears and cheers, the world witnesses something rare, pure, unfiltered emotion, caught forever in a single note. Suddenly, the emotional judge rises from her seat, unable to contain what she's feeling any longer. Her hands tremble as she wipes at her eyes, mascara smudging slightly under the bright lights. The entire room turns toward her, the crowd sensing something extraordinary is about to happen. She looks at the boy, her voice quivering, heavy with emotion. "You reminded us what real music feels like." The words echo through the auditorium, raw and sincere. The boy, still holding his guitar, stares back at her in disbelief. For a moment, he doesn't move, his breath caught, eyes wide, not understanding what's coming next. Then, slam! The judge brings her hand down on the golden buzzer with all the emotion in her heart. The button flashes, the music swells, and in an instant, golden confetti explodes from the ceiling. The entire stage transforms into a storm of shimmering gold. The boy gasps, his guitar slipping slightly from his grasp as he falls to his knees. Tears stream down his face, mixing with the falling glitter. The audience erupts in screams and applause, the sound filling every corner of the hall. One judge claps wildly, another covers his mouth, completely overwhelmed. The golden rain keeps falling, endless, dreamlike, cover. The crowd erupts in thunderous cheers, rising to their feet as the golden confetti continues to rain down. Through the noise and light, a single chant begins, soft at first, then swelling into a wave that shakes the entire hall. Filipino dream. Filipino dream. Thousands of voices blend into one, echoing like a heartbeat of pride and love. The boy looks around, eyes wide, overwhelmed by the sound of his name, of his dream, being shouted by strangers who now feel like family. He clutches his guitar close to his chest, his tiny frame trembling beneath the golden storm. A camera zooms in slowly, capturing every glimmer of emotion on his face. His cheeks are wet with tears, but his smile, shy, broken, and radiant, shines through like sunlight breaking through clouds. The confetti sticks to his skin, glittering under the spotlights like tiny pieces of heaven. He looks up toward the ceiling, where the gold still falls endlessly, and whispers through shaking lips. "Thank you." It's quiet, barely audible, but it carries more power than 1,000 words. That single whisper feels like the final note of his performance, soft yet eternal. The screen fades to slow motion. Confetti flutters down around him like magic snow. The judges watch in awe, the audience still chanting his name, and time seems to pause. Then, freeze frame. The boy kneeling beneath a golden sky, smiling through tears, his guitar in hand. The lights shimmer, the confetti glows, and the world holds its breath. That image, that moment, becomes legend. A small boy's dream, born from pure emotion, forever captured in gold. Glowing star guitar.